Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm going to be showing you today how to install the BMR strut tower bar. This is the front, as in the one that goes in the engine bay. Right out of the box, you're going to need, you're going to be looking for only two things. The strut tower bar itself, and then the replacement hardware that they provide along with some information and the sticker. But yeah, just this little bag right here, and then the strut tower bar itself. This should fit on any 15 to 23 V8 Charger. Check fitment on Challenger, but yeah, it should be for the 5.7s and the 6.4s. Not the shaker hoods. But yeah, pretty easy install. You're going to need just something to pry off the covers that are at the strut tower. It's like the plastic covers. I'll show you once we get to the engine bay. You're going to gently take those off. It doesn't really matter. This is a screwdriver. This is just what I'm going to use. And then you're going to need a ratchet or a wrench. Make sure it's 13 millimeters with a 13 millimeter socket. Just make it easier for yourself than using a wrench. But yeah, those are all the tools you're going to need. Something to pry off, and then a ratchet or a wrench. 13 millimeters. Yeah. Here's just to give you a better look at what we're looking at here. BMR strut tower bar, very nice, very nicely built. And replacement hardware. We have a ratchet with a 13 millimeter socket, and then we have something to pry off the covers. Also, I just thought about something. You're gonna need a mallet to kind of love tap the bar into there, because the main issue when installing this, it's not a huge issue, but you kind of have to, you can fit it on one side and the screws will go in, but then you kind of have to handle it to kind of get it into the screws. I'll show you more once we get there. But yeah, overall, tools you're gonna need: a mallet, the 13 millimeter wrench or socket, and then something to pry off the covers. Yeah, and then let's get to work. One detail that is very important when you're tightening down the 6 nuts that we got from the manufacturer is that you read your owner's manual and you check to make sure what the torque rating is for you to tighten it. In my case, it said 30 foot-pounds of torque. I'm pretty sure that's what it's going to say for every BMR strut tower, but just tighten it down to 30 foot-pounds of torque with a torque wrench to spec. You need to make sure that you do that. That's very important. Can't be too loose and too tight. Yeah. All right. Before we get to work, I just want to show you what the engine bay should typically look like, just to verify that we're working on the right vehicle. This is a 6.4 liter Hemi engine bay. This is for the 2017 Charger Scatpack that I own. You're going to be removing these two covers right here. Like I said, you're just going to be prying them off. There's a little inlet right here. In fact, I can show you real quick. If you look over here, there's a little hole where you can apply your little tool to pry things off. I verified upon further inspection that using this screwdriver would be too thick, so get something thinner, like along the thickness of this, to get into there and apply some pressure. In fact, let me just go ahead and show you right away. Let me see if I can just do it. It's kind of hard to do it one-handed. Let me see if I can put you back on the tripod, because I want to see if I can. Yeah, let me see. Actually, there we go. Just put you on right here. Right there. Okay. Yeah. All right. So again, I'm taking the little prior and I'm just applying some light pressure. Yeah. I already tried prying mine off earlier, which is why it's coming off so easy. But yeah, just light pressure. You just take it off. Then you have 3 screws that your OEM came with. Let me see if you can see that well. Yes. Let me go ahead and give you a close up. This is what the cover looks like, just like that. All right. It came off pretty easy. I'm trying to take you off the tripod here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this is what it'll look like. Sorry, it's so dirty. But yeah, you have the 3 screws, and then you have the strut tower bar, the strut tower itself. This is where your suspension is coming out of. But yeah, so we're gonna do the same thing on that side over there. I'm gonna do that real quick. Okay, again, pretty easy stuff. It's got little holes right here and right here. I'm just gonna come in over here. I'm just gonna apply light pressure. Just nice and, yep, there you go. Just gently, don't break anything, don't break your tool, don't break your OEM cover. Okay, the wind is kind of blowing a little hard, sorry. Oh, geez, okay, hold on, give me a second. Okay, there you go. But yeah, so again, this is what the cover looks like. just like that. And then I already showed you what this looks like. So once you have your covers off, you should be able to take off the sockets. Okay, the wind is pushing my engine bit and like it's pushing my hood down. That sucks. Okay, but anyways, next step is to go ahead and take off the you're gonna have to take off the 13 millimeter nuts that are right here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that right now. Let's see, how well can you see that? Yeah, so just, there you go. Yeah, so just apply your 13 millimeter socket to these. Let me see. Oh yeah, I was tightening them. Yeah, so be very careful when you're working with this. I'm sure you know this, but you should probably be careful about dropping these into the engine bay. You don't want to do that. All right, once you loosen it, this is what it looks like. Just like the ones that, like pretty much the same as the ones that our BMR strut tower bar came with, but just a little less quality. Basically, just the OEM ones. I'm just gonna put them right here so that they don't fall, so that I know where they are. Just gently unscrew them. Be careful not to drop this shit in the engine bay. I've done it too many times, you know. Okay, so yeah, so just loosen them just like that. Just like that. Yeah, and then we're gonna do the same on the other side. Okay, we're now on the other side. I'm just gonna do the same thing as before. Again, be careful not to drop anything in the engine bay. Just lightly. Yeah. Just like that. Okay, that can come off with the hand. Okay, yeah, I'm just putting them right there. This is what they look like. We're gonna put them right there. Just loosen them. Yep, there we go. Okay, yep, it's good. Same thing here. Okay, there we go. Yep, I put them all there. Okay, now it's time to apply the strut tower itself on, like the strut tower brace bar, onto what we just removed. I'll show you that. All right, let's get to it. Okay, so grabbing my strut tower bar here, I'm gonna go ahead and try a couple of things. I saw a couple of different methods to do this, but so first things first, you just get it on one side. I'm trying the passenger side right now. They fit in there nice and, oh jeez. Okay, I'll just show you this. So as you can see right there, it's fitting just fine. But then over here, like in other installation videos, you'll see it's almost there actually. It's a lot more in line than I thought. Usually I see videos where it's like, you know, it's not even lined up. In this case, I could probably, oh wow. There it is. Okay, so I guess I got lucky, dude, and it just fit pretty easily. It just kind of, you know, it just fit right in. I didn't even have to make any adjustments or anything. What you want to make sure is that this part right here is like it's snug with the rest of the engine bay. You want to make sure that it's lined up with your with your car, because otherwise if you screw this in and it's not, you know, and it's not all the way in, you might mess up the threading of the screws that are coming out. But yeah, I wish I could show you essentially, because I know that some of you are not going to have it as easy. I guess to make it simple for you, if you put it in on this side and then over there it's not fitting, just use a mallet and just kind of lightly, I'll just like, just knock it from whatever side you need to knock it. And then if that's not working, I've seen other guys put it on the other side, like, you know, they tried it on this side, they put it on the other side, and then they try to do it on this side, basically. And it works better for them. But yeah, essentially just kind of play around with it, you know, move it around, see what you can do. What might help is like if whenever you do it on the other side, like if you come over here, you put it on this side, put the screws on, and put the bolts on, basically. I'm gonna use the OEM ones for right now, just to kind of give you an example. But just put them on there and then hand tighten them. Just hand tighten them. Don't tighten them with like all the way. Just hand tighten them and then put it on the other side. But again, that was easy for me. But I just kind of wanted to give you instructions for you in case your engine bay makes it a little harder for you to put it on there. But yeah, now that we have this on, we can just apply the new OEM nuts, bolts. Yeah, we're gonna apply those. I'm gonna go ahead and unpack this and show you. All right, they taped it pretty good on there, so I had to kind of rip things up. But yeah, so you have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 3 and 3, right? Pretty straightforward. You have these. They look a little better. They have better threading. I recommend using these instead of the ones that come OEM because they have better threading, better grip. Not a huge deal, but just something to keep in mind. Okay. I'm gonna leave these at the front of the engine bay over here so that they don't end up getting dropped or anything like that. In fact, I'm gonna grab the 3 that I'm working with and putting them over here. And again, we can just hand tighten over here. Yep, I'm just gonna apply them real quick, just kind of put them on there. Yep, just hand tighten them. I'm still surprised by the fact that it just fit in there. I'm used to watching the videos myself and seeing that you need to do some adjustments before it can fit. But yeah, so I just hand tightened them on here. Now I'm gonna come over to this side. Before I do that, actually, I want to show you what I did here. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I just took the screws. I'll take one out real quick just so I show you. I took it, put it right in there. Just okay. Yep. There we go. Yep. And then we just screw that on there with your hand. Before you tighten it with the 13mm socket, you want to do it on the other side too. Yeah. I'm going to give you a close-up of my work here so that you know exactly what I'm doing. I'd like to think that I gave pretty clear instructions, but just in case I didn't. Yeah, here we go. Yeah. So again, I'm taking the new ones that we got. These right here. Oh, yep. Okay. And then we just gently applying them on there. Again, I already made sure that this was flush, nice and aligned with my engine bay. I got lucky. But yeah, so I'm just putting them on there, just like that. Can you see what I'm doing? Yeah, more or less. Let me see. Make sure I move you over here. Yep. There we go. Just hand tighten them, just like that. Okay, very good. Yeah. And now, you just got to take your socket and do the same thing. So let's go ahead and get you set up right there. Just like that. All right, perfect. Yep, okay. And now we're just going to take our 13mm socket. And then just carefully tighten these. Yeah, you want to make sure that these are tight, presumably. I'm actually going to bring you over here so that you can see better. Let me put you on the one that I'm working on. Let's see. Yep, right there. Okay. Yep, okay. Notice how I'm keeping it perpendicular with the screw so that I don't strip anything. Just gently tightening this. There we go. It's tightened. There we go. Got to a good amount of tight for every one of the screws. Just want to make sure that's on there. Yep, there we go. Yep, there we go. It's good. Yep. Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and do it on the other side. All right, here we go. Just gonna tighten them on here. I'm sure you've worked with, a socket before. Yeah, but just make sure that when, you know, this is pretty important to not strip, so just make sure you don't strip whenever you're tightening these. Gently, but obviously firmly. My hood just fell on my head because of the freaking wind. Gotta love that. I'm in Houston, Texas, and it's the weather over here is crazy. All right, there we go. Yeah, so my hood keeps on falling on my head. Okay, I'm just gonna hold it with my head. Fuck it. Yep, but just tighten that. There we go. Yeah, you want to make sure it's tight, so just tighten it on all three. Yep, that's tight. There we go. Okay, good. Yep, and I believe that covers it. Let's go and have a final look at what we're working with here. All right, so as you can see, the bar's on there, the bolts are tightened, and the bar's on there. Oh geez, okay. Don't mind my my hood not liking how windy it is, but yeah, I'd say that looks pretty awesome. I really like the way it turned out. It matches really well with my black engine bay, and yeah, that's awesome. I believe that's it. Just make sure to keep these in case something were to happen. Just you know, just keep them. Don't never. You know, it's always good to not throw away OEM parts. So just keep those for yourself. If you want to install the sticker on your car, you definitely can. If you have questions about how I did that right there, just let me know. This is a Mopar cold air intake, and this part right here is 3D printed. Yeah, so if you want to find out more about that, just hit my line. I'll get you figured out. In the, you know, if you're in the Houston area, or I mean, if you're in Texas, I guess. You know, if you're out of state, you can also, you know, we can work something out. But yeah, just to kind of give you an idea for what else is going on in my engine bay, we have the BMR strut bar that I just installed. This J&L catch can, great. Just, I know it's a little pricey, but you know what? It's worth it because this is it's super duper easy to install, and it uses the OEM plugs that you have already, right? So and I mean, it's just the best bang for your buck. Don't get the CNL. I had the CNL before. I personally didn't like it. It was actually causing problems, so I just went ahead and got this, way better. And then I have a K&N breather filter right here. The reason I did that is because this cold air intake doesn't come with the oil fill line that goes directly into the engine bay. So I basically just adapted the breather filter with the hose that I had before that went from the engine bay into the intake box. Yeah, and again, this is just a Mopar cold air intake blue filter. It's the one that comes with the shakers, I believe. And then this part right here is 3D printed. My buddy and I, he has a 3D printer, which was man, this shit is just not staying, is it? Nope. Yeah, but yeah, my buddy printed this for me. Oh, and I have an 86mm throttle body. That's also what I have going on. But yeah, again, that concludes the install. If you have any questions, please let me know. And otherwise, hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great day.